Hi guys. Well, Bun Bun is still alive. I know you probably can't see me too well. It's dark. But he's hanging on for us, I think. So, just pray for us or give us vibes, good vibes or whatever you believe in. We sure do need it. Mom and I had him for 12 years. So, it's pretty hard. But there's not much you can do. He's 12 years old. I talked to the vet and she says whenever I'm ready, if he hasn't passed away yet, she could help me. She's not quite an exotic vet person, but she does do, you know, some things. But yeah, Mom and I haven't been really feeling the greatest, so I haven't been on here too much. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here and tell you that we're doing okay. We just worried about Bun Bun, and we don't want him to hurt or anything. So we do have a plan. I have fun here. It's kind of weird. Background. That's cool. I'm just playing around, checking it all out. But yeah. Anywho, not a good happy day. But what can you do? So, I'm not sure what else to say, but I just wanted to come on and say a couple things, I guess. I don't do lives too much, but yeah, I got a cat also he's spry and everything, but he don't look the best either. I believe I'm not sure exactly how old he is. At least, he's older than 10. So, I guess he would have to be older than Bun too, because I got him before Bun Bun. So I believe he's about 14. He's doing okay. He's got a swollen paw. Or, well, it's not the paw, it's the knee, I guess you call it. Um, it's better. So he's doing a little bit better. He's kind of using it more. I'm wondering if it's arthritis. So I got two of them. And this cat's my heart cat. So he's doing a lot better than Bun Bun, but I suspect he's probably gonna start going downhill too. So the goats are doing fine. I got them out. I'm sorry, my nose is like itching. I'm out here. People's been cutting grass and stuff. So I'm itching. Um, but yeah, last night they spent the night out here, out of their pen. And tonight they're out here. I may let them tonight spend the night out here too. They like to lay on the truck up here and sleep up there. They've been doing better staying in, so I thought, well, I might do that tonight. I'm pretty tired. So, yeah. Anyway, what are your thoughts? And what would you do if you're in my situation? Or have you ever had that kind of situation? I've only been in the situation once, and he had cat leukemia, and I had to do something pretty quick. There wasn't much you could do, you know. So, these are pretty cool. I guess you can put your pictures on here. I know I'm avoiding it, but if you guys got any answers for me, just holler. If you'd like, share, comment, and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Well, like I said, I'm not going to be on here very long. I just wanted to come on here and say something. It was going to be longer than 15 seconds. So I got to fix that too. Some of the stuff needs to come off my phone. A friend of mine um, told me how to do that. And she said that it wouldn't take it off of Facebook if I took it off of my videos. Because they're uploaded. So I just haven't done much of anything lately because of, I got some papers that I got to, my mom and I have to sign for certain things. And trying to get some stuff done. It's just, we're tired and flustered and very upset about what's going on. So, yeah. The goats are doing pretty good. And when one of my animals passes away, I do go over and have all the animals make sure they know that Bun Bun's gone. I kind of say, hey, you guys, Bun Bun's gone. And some of them go and visit him, where he's at. I usually put him in the middle of the room so that they can see him and smell him. Then that way they're not so bad. Hey, where's Bun Bun at? What's going on? And cry and all this and that. They have their own little pity party, I guess you call it, like adults do, or, like people do. And so I suggest to do that because it does help the animals. I did that with my cat. Her name was Kathy, and I wasn't a fan of the name. I mean, nothing wrong with Catherine. Not my favorite. But I got a friend named Catherine, a college friend, and she was pretty cool. Not for a cat. So I called her Cat for short, or Cat for short. Or Catitude. She always had an attitude, but she was such a good cat. But when she died, I had the guinea pigs go and sniff her, and they really did. And so did all the other of my cats. I think I had a couple at the time. Probably one more, I guess. I had Monster, and I took him in there and let him sniff around and everything. And then my dog too, because he was close to Cat. And then that way they're not like, where'd he go? And depressed and can't figure out where the friend went to. So I do that. That's one thing I've done ever since I've had animals. I never had animals when I was a kid. Mom never really wanted, you know, that. Um, so, hey, um, Pop Levity. I'm not very good at reading. And Nancy Zeno. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at names. And Rignist 62. Um, hey guys, yeah, I'm dyslexic and ADHD, and some gal told me I am on the spectrum of autism a little bit, but very high function. She's the same way. Um, but anyway, yeah, I've got dyslexic and I have a hard time with things. But hey, guys, I didn't realize you guys had been popped on here. Um, this is, I don't have very many lives, but I will probably later on when I'm getting monetized. I still have, I think I'm up to 300 and some subscribers, and I think I need 500. So if you got any friends, if you like my channel, if you got any friends, you know, tell them about me. I'd appreciate it. I thank you for all my subscribers. I appreciate it a lot. I'm hoping you guys are doing well tonight. Mom and I are okay. I mean, what can you say when your bunny has been in good health? He's had a broken leg. This was when we had him in a cage, which he wasn't in a cage very long. It's to actually train them to go potty, and you put them in a cage and you put their hay and everything, and but you have to have floor time and time with them so that they will come to you and everything. And he wasn't in there for very long, and but anyway, he'd come out and lay on me and stuff. But he was a good bunny. I probably will not get another bunny. I'll see how I feel. I don't know. He was my first bunny and probably my only bunny. And that was because it won't be the same. Um, Bun was different. I went to a friend and they raised him for food and pets. And she said, if you don't take him, he'll probably for a pet or food. So I saved his little hairy butt. I call him, my mom says Bun for his name. And I was like, well, how about Bunny Bun? Or she said Bunny. And I'm like, well, that sounds weird. I said, well, don't you just call him Bunny Bun? So we call him Bun a lot, or Bunny. And yeah, he's pretty cool. Um, sorry if I get your names wrong, but yeah, not a good reader too much. And but anyway, I'm all over the page right now. I just don't know what to think, what to do. Because Mom and I are going to really miss him a lot. He's our special little baby. So, um, mm, I'm not sure what else to say. But I hope you guys have a good night. It's actually nice out here. It's very nice out here. Nice and cool. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So, and I do need to get back to my craft shows. I haven't done them too much this year. Um, Probably at the very beginning of the year, I think I did some. I don't even remember. But with everything going on with my sister and her doing her mess and not leaving us alone, now she is, which that's good. We don't need no more harassment. my voice is good. It's all because of the allergies and stuff, asthma and allergies. But anyway, I've got an advocator also for my goats, and I had talked to her. She's actually my Medicaid. I get them confused. Medicaid. I think it's Medicaid for me. Um, they gave me an advocator, and she's been working with me, and she sent me some papers, I think, so that I can go to the dentist and a couple other places. Hey David, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Anyway, she sent me papers that said that we're going to follow up and keep with the goats as my emotional support animals. And so now I've got another thing to send to the zoning. The last thing they've done is sent me a letter. I have not had time to do a letter. Like I said, there's a lot going on. Um, that, oh, my brain just went bye-bye for a moment. But anyway, they sent me a letter stating that they want to talk to me and blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm going to send a letter to them. I'm not going to meet them in person. I'm just not. I want everything on paper because of what the one guy did to me. He actually got on the phone and started really rough talking to me and saying, "What are you going to do with this property?" And I said, "Well, I will do what I can. I am busy. My mom's 83 years old. I've got a lot of things going on." And he goes, "Well, and the goats are going to go." And I mean, it was horrible. And I'm to where every time I think about going up there to talk to anybody, it gives me anxiety because of what he'd done. And so I can't do that. I'm just, and then I may have a couple other things up my sleeve. I'm not sure exactly. I don't want to say anything until I do get it done, because I don't want it out yet. Um, yeah, I don't want it out yet. But I am working on it. It's not like I'm not. It's just, and why my area got so messy outside was because I was so busy out every day. By the time I got home, I was exhausted, and I would just throw it on the pile somewhere where it wouldn't get wet, or if it didn't matter if it got wet, it'd sit there because I was so exhausted, and I'd just go in there. My back hurt so bad. I was overdoing, almost killing myself. Well, unaliving myself, I should say. Um, because trying to get money in the house, trying to save the house, and I did save the house, thank God. Now we're in another situation. We can't get our taxes done. My advocator, I got to get some papers done with that too, of course. And she said she might be able to help. And so I got to send those papers over to her. And it's just been a nightmare because the other day I couldn't get my brain, I think it was Friday, I couldn't get my brain to fire up to go on and get going for the day. And I just sat there and scrolled, and I just couldn't get nothing done. I got too much going on, and I finally got my medicine at 1 o'clock. And then I couldn't go to bed that night, but I needed it so that I could actually, but I didn't have the energy to go and get it and take it. It was a very bad day. But I finally got over that. It wasn't the fact that I forgot my medicine. It was the fact that I just didn't have enough dopamine in my brain to really do anything. And because of all the things going on, I've been depressed and a lot of anxiety, and etc. Um, it's just, you know, it's just so much going on anymore right now. I think everybody's feeling the crunch. I really do think everybody is feeling the crunch. And I hate that. But there's not much anybody can do. This world is not our place to stay. You know, everybody says this place is not our own. So, my cousin passed away. I don't even think it's been a year. It might have been a year. I'm not very good at time. But she's now in heaven. And I'm always saying if my grandmother didn't make it, nobody's going to make it. Because she was, you know, she was awesome. But, anywho, yeah, the goats are out here still. I'll probably just leave them out here, like I said. I am exhausted and tired. Today we took the puppies, like I said. One needed the shots, and Mark got me I think it was a stethoscope. It's one to listen to your heart. I think that's the right word. He got one of those, and to make sure when he went to go buy the puppy, because puppies are expensive. $400 is a pretty good chunk of change, and he didn't want another dog, another puppy that he'd get that had a heart murmur. He'd gotten one like that, and I know what heart murmur sounds like because I had one and I could hear it. And so then we went and got him. He held me, and I heard it, and I was like, he sounds good. He's okay. He's like, cool. And so then today we went and had the vet look at him, and she said he's fine, like I thought. So, but we wanted to make sure because he had gotten a puppy before that had a heart murmur, and a couple vets had said, take him back. He is, or she, I guess it was. Take her back. She's not going to live very long. And he took her back and got his money back. So immediately, and got a different puppy somewhere else or whatever. I don't know exactly what he did, but he could have gotten it somewhere else. I don't remember what he said, but anyway, we didn't want that to happen. He didn't want that to happen again. And I have been in healthcare for years, ever since. I mean, I helped take care of my grandmother when I was, 6, 7 years old. I was there for grandma. I fed her and care of her somewhat. And this was when my my grandparents owned a motel and cafe in Elwins. If you guys know where Elwins is, it's not too far away from Decatur, and it's kind of out in the country. And we don't live but maybe 5 towns away, and so we lived there for a while because it was a motel. And I knew how, ever since I was 5 years old, I knew how to rent rooms. I'd help mom in the restaurant, and I was a different type of kid. I was never really a kid. I was more, and I think it was because of learning disabilities. They say that, a lot of ADHD people, kids, they are, they're more, they're older in mind than a lot of people. And then, when I started going to school, my dad had left us around when I was 7, and I think Mom and him were divorced when he was 8, and when I was 8, something like that. It took a little bit because they had me and some oh a house which Mom got. It was her property before. It was Grandpa's, and Mom bought it, and then they put the house on it. But she had me, and because of that, she got the house, which made sense. So, but anyway, I've helped do home care for years. Um, my grandma, she was bedridden, and I would actually stay with her. Grandpa had got me up to an hour that I could stay with her by myself because, Mom was there and she could shut down the restaurant or either have somebody take over if somebody, she has workers or whatever. So that was no problem. I was right there. I was just 2 seconds away if I had any problems. And Grandpa got to where he'd go up there for coffee and sit there, and then he got to where he'd go in town and go get food and stuff that he needed. And that helped him. He was able to get out, and he trusted me to be there because I wouldn't leave her. I was there for her. And they leave me with her when I was young because they knew that I'd take care of her. My grandparents were like my second parents. And Grandma passed away when I was about 8. Um, it was, when I was going to turn 8, I guess. I think that's what it was. Or 9, something like that. But she was 58 when she passed away. And then Grandpa passed away in 2011. So, anyway, then later on when I was older, I went into home care. And I would go into people's homes and take care of them and do certain things for them, whatever they needed. So, in home care my whole life. I took care of Grandpa when he got down. And now Mom, she got not down yet. She is driving. I don't know for how much longer. That's what she keeps saying. Um, so she has, she can still drive, and she's had 2 strokes, but she's good. But my half sister kept saying, "Oh, she's got Alzheimer's." No, she doesn't have Alzheimer's. The 2 strokes that caused that, and I know somebody that has some memory problems and still drives, and he's had a heart attack. So there's a lot of people that's had heart attack or stroke or something and still drive. So I don't know how long she'll be driving, like I said. And I hate driving. I do not like driving at all, especially with some of the people that do not drive that well. But when she gets to where she's not going to be able to drive, I'm going to have to drive. I'm going to have to take over, unfortunately, because it does make me nervous and I can't stay awake too much. Mom's just going to have to keep me awake. After about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, my back starts hurting, so I can't really drive for very long. I can, but not for very long. I have to stop and get out, make sure I'm awake, and, and that gets me to where I am in Decatur, and that way we're out and going, and then get back, and then I'm fine again. But yeah, I hate driving. My mom and Mark both drive me anywhere I need to go or whatever. Um, but at least my doctor isn't that long of a way, and a couple of things. And thank God for GPS. Oh my goodness, I wouldn't know what to do without that now. When I started dating Mark about 5-6 years ago, something like that. I think it's going to be 6 years here soon. And he taught me how to do GPS. So, oh my goodness, that thing has gotten Mom and I out of some jams. When we went to some of the shows, we didn't know where they were and couldn't find them, and we had that. So I have come up in the world with that. I got an Android. I do like Androids. But, yeah, I don't think I want an iPhone. Somebody that told me that they had gotten an iPhone and didn't like it, and her and I have the same likes and dislikes somewhat. And I said, nope, I'm not going to get one. I thought, I would, but nope. And somebody else said that they were upset that they got an iPhone and they probably won't get another one. I can't afford to buy a phone and not like it and not be able to use it. I can't do that. A lot of us can't do that. But today, after we took the dogs to the vet, Mark had a school reunion, and so we went there for a little bit, and then he took me out to eat. He does stuff like that for me. I kind of dress up. I went and got a shirt, and this one, it looked like somebody had crocheted on it, and it was real pretty. So I grabbed it and put a black shirt underneath it, and it looked pretty good. I'm not a dresser-upper. I don't dress up that much. So I don't really have, nice clothes. They're pretty much jeans and t-shirt and hoodies or sweatshirts or whatever. Mostly hoodies. And I wear a t-shirt underneath in the summer, or in the winter, of my hoodies, because if I get too hot, there are times I do get too hot. So, that is a good idea. I just leave my t-shirt on and put my hoodie on, my sweatshirt hoodie on, and go for the day. And then if it's any colder, a coat, I layer things until it's like in the 70s. Because I am cold. I can't, since I'm ADHD, I found out a lot of different things that ADHD does cause. And one of them is you can't regulate your temperature. And I will go up in the 70s and sometimes in the 80s and wear a sweatshirt. And I have seen some people that go in the 90s, and I don't think I could. It would just depend on the wind and everything. So, anyway, like I said, Mom and I ain't doing too bad. We're just really upset about Bun Bun. So if you would just keep us in your prayers. I didn't expect to stay on here that long. And sorry, I haven't done a lot of the videos. I've been doing AI stuff, you noticed, because I thought they were so cute and precious. And I might keep doing some of them. But I will still do some videos for the goats and as soon as I start doing craft shows, I just have not been wanting to knit, crochet. I don't know. I think I'm just overwhelmed and overexhausted and tired and can't get stuff done. I got other things I got to do too. And so I just haven't been doing all that. And I've got to get some caught up. I've got some that are already sold that I need to make, and it's like I can't make myself to doing it. I've got part of it done, but I don't think it's right. I couldn't find the bag that my stuff was in. I finally found it. I couldn't remember where I put it. And I finally found that and a few other things that I've been needing and that I was looking for 3 or 4 months, but hadn't had time to look for them. I'm still looking for my keys. I know they're in the house somewhere, but when I get stressed out, I start losing things. And heaven forbid, I lose my mind. But anyway, thanks guys for coming on here. I appreciate that. I'm still out here with the goats. And yeah, the goats, I think they're behind me. I'm not sure. It's kind of dark out here. They were behind me. I don't see them now. They might be up in front again or something. Or, let's see. I'm not sure. I gotta go find them. They might be in the front there. But anyway, I'm going to say goodnight. It's getting a little later, and Mark's going to come and get me around 9:30, and I've got to be ready, which a lot of times I'm not. Because of everything I've got to do. Help Mom in the morning and feed everybody with 3 goats, my emotional support animals. And usually they're up here when they know that I'm upset, but they're not up with me for some reason. They came past here. They might just be wanting to eat and not bother with everybody. Sometimes they get that way. Goats are goats. They're very sweet, and they usually can tell, like other animals, tell if somebody's down. Me and the triplets have a good relationship because I did feed them that way. I did feed them, bottle fed them, and took care of them. I was mama. I was surrogate mama. And so was the dog. She would do the things that I couldn't do, which was really awesome. So that's what I would do. That's what I do, you know. I have actually saved several of Mark's goats. He had one, and I actually put him to my skin to skin contact, and kept rubbing him and trying to give him milk in on a rag. What you do is take the rag and you dip it in, like the replacement milk or the milk, whatever you got, and stick it in his mouth. And since he wasn't getting the nutrition and would not take a bottle, I was doing that. And he came out of it. He was one of the bigger goats that he had, one of them. And it was pretty cool. I was part of that. And it was neat to be part of it, you know. And I did assist one of them when they had their baby born. I assisted one of the moms. Mark was, I think he was at work or something like that, and I had gone there to check it out, and I got them in one of the stalls and helped her out and everything. So I guess I'm a good helper sometimes. Anywho, I guess I better get off. I think I said that 3 times. You know, that's how the Southern people do it. They say good night, and then they just keep talking, and they'll just back away a little at a time, and they'll keep talking, and then they'll say, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah." That's the way the Southern people do it. But I did find out that my family did come from North Carolina, and they traveled through different, um, what are they called, states to get to Indiana, and some of them stayed there. And actually, if you want to know about your heritage, if you know your mom, well, you'll know your mom's name and her parents, and on her side, that's who I done. That's who I done. And AI will come up and said, yeah, this happened, that happened, blah blah blah, and tell you all kinds of stuff. So I thought that was neat. He told me all about that. I got to get back into that. I'm going to try to get more into that again to see on that. And then there's a place in Springfield that you can take your stuff and show it to them. You call them before you go, and then they can maybe have some things ready for you. And then they research it, and then either you go pick it up or they send it. I'm not sure what, but anyway, you can get in contact with some family. I haven't had time to do it yet. I've known about that for a couple of years. I just have not done it. But I do want to do it. I got a packet of stuff that our relatives gave us. Um, I think it's my mom's relatives that gave us. And that we are Native American, and it fits um, North Carolina. That's where a lot of them are, and also Indiana. And so we had family that actually lived like the Ingalls did, you know. Um, so I just thought that was kind of neat. But yeah, if you want to research a lot of that, go to AI. And I don't really like AI because of, it's kind of freaky, but my Android phone, one of the buttons you can push and stay pushed a little bit and then let go. And they will tell you about this or that. Your grandpa did this, and actually was on there one day, and I said that I was talking about my road, and I was saying my grandpa farmed part of this road and then built houses, sectioned it off in acres and built houses and sold them. And I was like, uh, yeah, he thought that was neat. I thought that was neat that he said AI would say something about it. Um, so then I got the idea of looking my family up, and they told me my grandpa's sisters and stuff. So anyway, I think I am going to go to bed here soon, so I will talk to you later. You guys have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Now, to get off of here, I have no idea. So, community moderation. Well, I found that part. Some kind of game or something here. And that kind of button. Oh, here we go.